This evening, several government ministers met and engaged residents in villages along the east bank of Demerara. On this special edition of Info Hub, we look at those engagements. To provide the good life for all requires work, and the government has not backed down from working to achieve this promise made to the Guyanese people. Addressing residents this evening at the community meeting held in Friendship on the east bank of Demerara, Prime Minister the Honorable Moses Nagamutu relayed that the government is working above and beyond to fulfill its obligations to the citizenry.
We are here to understand your issues and deliver solutions, the Honorable Moses Nagamutu, Prime Minister of Guyana, told residents of Friendship on the east bank of Demerara at the community meeting.
So when you speak, we have to listen. And if we can't find answers for you now, we're going to have to commit to working on those matters that you have raised.
Addressing some of the concerns raised by residents, the Prime Minister related that these will be relayed to the relevant agencies and ministries.
For me, the two major issues, apart from the local issues that have been addressed and will be addressed, are the issues of land and squatter regularization. These two issues seem to be at the core of the existence of Friendship. Everyone is entitled to a piece of land and to own a piece of land. Guyana is for all Guyanese. I will send personally a letter to Mr. Ben to exhort him to return to the area to relook at the claims that have been raised for regularization of the area and for lands to be given to those who occupy the land.
Also accompanying the Prime Minister was the Honorable Dr. Nicolette Henry, Minister of Education, said that Guyana is moving forward.
This afternoon I walked around in two of the communities here. I was on the northern side and then I was taken to another area. And in both instances, I had brand new roads to walk on. In fact, the group that was walking with me included Miss Lloyda. They were saying to me, Minister, this used to be dam. We now have roads to walk on.
Reporting from Friendship on the east bank of Demerara with videographer Kenny Ann Bacchus, Rebecca Ganesh, Info Hub.
The Ministry of Public Telecommunications, through its mandate, continues to link communities across Guyana. In this regard, the village of Kururu, a farming community known for its Edo production, will soon reap the benefit of the ministry's Farmers Market app, which was officially launched a few months ago in Region 6.
This is an app that is going to be on the phones called Farmers Market GY, right? And I think that there are people here that would be interested, cash crop farmers, Edo producers, that would be interested in us and being part of this pilot.
The app will be able to connect farmers and suppliers with potential buyers, not only in Guyana but across the world, as it is accessible from anywhere in the world.
And this is where the young people come in. The young people that are in this community that ain't really interested maybe in going and farming because they're thinking they ain't gonna make no money. But within your family, you must find that one person that will be able to deal with the ordering on the phone.
With the merger of agriculture and technology, it is hoped that this could be a way of bringing young people into the agriculture sector in an interesting way. This is important for Kururu residents, as Minister of Agriculture Noel Holder highlighted the potential of the community.
I'd like to see, before our second term is up, large dairy farms in this area. You see grass is growing out there. That grass is not the grass of Castle Lake. But up the road, 40 miles from here is a place called Mobisa. Mobisa has the grass that can easily grow in this area. They approved it. That could be, and this area could be the basis of a big, large dairy industry.
The idea behind the app is that by seeing what is in demand, farmers will be able to enter into contracts to supply produce, while also being able to display produce that they already have on hand, while being able to barter for the best prices. Reporting for InfoHub, Nikosi Bruce.
Natisha Isaacs now tells us about Susak, which is a major business and youth hub. The community, which is the home for over 3,000 residents, is located on the Upper East Bank of Demerara.
Susak is slated to receive a new community center ground and a rehabilitated access road this year. The community has never had any formal recreational space for youths, and there have been several calls from the residents for the creation of a youth-friendly space. Located 25 miles from Georgetown, most of the land in Susak is privately owned and has undergone little urban planning and development. Through the intervention of the government and the Susak Neighborhood Democratic Council, 3.5 acres of land has been identified, purchased, and is in development. A government subvention of $4 million was allotted for development of the access road. Minister of State Honorable Dawn Hastings Williams reiterated government's commitment to ensuring a good life for all through education and other initiatives.
I just want to assure you that your government is working assiduously to improve the level of education.
At today's community meeting held at the St. Mary's Primary School, residents also raised drainage and irrigation concerns, as well as electricity and water supply matters. From St. Mary's Primary School in Susak, Natisha Isaacs for InfoHub.
Minister within the Ministry of Communities with responsibility for housing, Annette Ferguson, said any other term of the opposition PPP in government would be the most disadvantageous to Guyana, which has been positively transformed under the coalition.
She was addressing residents of Horstellan East Bank Demerara who were concerned about the affairs of their community. Residents expressed disappointment with the Horstellan Little Diamond Neighborhood Democratic Council, which they said has not been working in their interest. Minister Ferguson reminded that the opposition continues to hold the reins of power at many of the NDCs that they won at the local government elections.
You know why this continues to happen, my brothers and sisters? Is that I was made to understand that in this NDC district, you have 2 AFC councillors, 2 APNU councillors, and then you have 16, because mind you, each NDC is made up of 18 seats in most cases, right? Yes. So you got 2 against 16. But the 2 can be fighting. They will fight to ensure that our communities are better served. But you think the 16 will want to see that? No way.
The minister spoke of the transformation which occurred under the coalition government, foremost of which was the restoration of local democracy. She said the administration will return to government to continue the transformation it began 4 years ago.
I know you know exactly what is happening. And I know that come 2019 or 2020, we will have a landslide victory. The APNUFC will return with full confidence.
Minister Ferguson was joined by Minister within the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Jaipal Sharma, and Director of Sport, Christopher Jones. Minister Sharma said the community, which began as a squatting area 64 years ago, was deprived of infrastructure for decades. He said the current government will be addressing the issues raised. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Still to come, kitchen gardens to boost agri-drive along East Bank Demerara, and infrastructure inspected as community meetings got underway. The details of these and more after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. this untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travellers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome back to this special edition of InfoHub. Two government ministers inspected infrastructure and got a closer look at the needs of residents of Supply on the east bank of Demerara. The Honorable Valerie Garrido-Low, Minister within the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, who was accompanied by Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. the Honorable Karen Cummings, did a walkabout in the community before convening their meeting with residents this evening.
Later on, as they assembled at the Supply Primary School where the community meeting was held, the ministers had a heart-to-heart with residents. Among the issues raised were the need for the cokers in the area to be upgraded, the need for road and drainage in the area, a school feeding program, and an ICT hub.
We should look at the way the school, the drain in front of the school has been left after that gate has been done. It really needs to be fixed.
Well, we already know that in this village we all have one common problem, right? It's the drainage situation. For me, the only solution I see with this drainage problem is that you have to watch somebody in the community to rectify it.
We don't have a functioning drain right now.
In response to the matters raised by the residents, both ministers assured them that these will be addressed.
We're definitely going to go right away and start the work and to call the necessary relevant agencies and persons so that, of course, we all will have this good life and you can have some relief in terms of your water and the drainage. My friends that sink in and so just see how quick we can rectify the situation.
Our women who are single parents, once they're doing something to earn a little business, I was talking to a nice young lady who has a coconut and fruit business there. So we can give your name to the Ministry of Business and ask you to go in there, recommend that you go in there and speak with them with regards to the grant for your small business.
From the Supply Primary School with videographer Joan Jordan, Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
Canefield residents on the east bank of Demerara met with ministers of government to address the issues coming out of that community.
There were a number of gains coming out from the engagement. Minister within the Ministry of Social Protection with responsibility for labor, Honorable Keith Scott, highlighted the government's focus on cooperative societies.
Grove has a co-op that is functioning. I've invited you to come and see me, if possible, tomorrow or anytime within the week or even next week, because I recognize that there's a lot that can be done. Our aim now was to make sure that we bring back that co-op and to also teach people that co-ops can absorb all the unemployed youths in your area.
Minister of Public Service Honorable Sarah Buhaley spoke passionately about the young people and their need to be placed on the right track.
And I think the teachers in the community may have to have broad shoulders moving forward. I say that because the young people need role models. They need people that they can depend on, people that they believe they can speak to about their issues and can guide them in the right way. And if they don't see that, then they will be likely to keep going on the path that they're going. I think we have to find ways and means as the teachers in this village linking with the government to try to help the young people in this community.
During remarks, Minister of Public Infrastructure Honorable David Patterson updated residents on the highly anticipated East Coast to East Bank road link.
I have $2.2 billion in my budget of 2019. The designs are finished. Cabinet has approved me to come and start the works and the consultation. And my staff are now doing the final, artistic renderings.
Minister Patterson also announced plans in the pipeline to enhance traffic flow between Craig and Diamond on the east bank of Demerara.
We have a team out. We have a plan. We're going to upgrade it, widen that stretch of road.
Reporter from Samantha Point Grove with videographer Akeem Thomas, Shaquille Bourne for InfoHub.
The launch of a kitchen garden program is set to boost agriculture in several East Bank communities. Here's our final report.
Residents of Bagastown and surrounding communities are eager to be a part of the kitchen garden program set to be launched by the Ministry of Agriculture.
I'm a father of 5, and me of myself, we're glad, to even take it home to the woman that, I live with. So me and my kids could do the farming at the back of my yard so we could get more food in the house.
It would be useful if more people could be able to contribute towards their own food, because this is one thing that would help us.
That alone tells us we are probably going somewhere, because when you start from there, we let the kitchen garden, as the minister even say, you're even able to reduce costs, because that cost that you reduce could go to somewhere else to offset some other expenses.
Minister within the Ministry of Agriculture, the Honorable Valerie Adams Yearwood, said training will be available for those interested.
Once people are interested, we can arrange for the training to be done. But you have to want it. And there is help available for persons who want that kind of training.
Reporting from the Peters Hall Primary School, I am Isaiah Brackett with videographer Tej Paul Bridgemahan for InfoHub.
This was a special edition of InfoHub. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.